There we go.
There you go. Yeah.
She's not black. She's a red dot Indian. And I understand people saying she's black because she's from Jamaica. She's also the prosecutor. A lot of brothers in here did time.
Facts.
So we know the history of a DA. We know the DA's job is to throw us under the jail, throw us the book. So like you said, we gotta pick our enemy, which one we want to take on. So it's history behind her too, because we're here with no cap. So we gotta tell the bad on Trump. We gotta tell the bad on Kamala.
Big
Or we
facts.
gonna be misleading everybody.
Big facts.
So let's put all the cards on the
I'm with the research organization, so I might have some things to say about it.
Listen, so I'm glad you said that. Let me ask y'all a question. Let me ask you a question. Would you rather go in a courtroom where there are no black people working in the court system? Is that what you're advocating? Hold on. Just yes or no. Fuck with me for a second.
You know the work I do. So you want
Let me ask you a question.
honest answer.
Do you want no black people working in the courtroom? I'm asking.
It ain't nothing they can do anyway.
Okay, so let me help you. The ain't nothing she can do anyway is the problem that we have when we simplify shit. When we say that she was a DA. She was a DA that created the first second chance program in this country. Meaning brothers can come home early and instead of spending time in prison, they can go to a nonprofit. Hold on. What do?
I'm a community court advocate.
What you do?
I advocate for juveniles and
Not to go to what?
Prison.
And go where?
Home.
She created the first one of those programs, dog.
What? After she did what?
After she did nothing.
After she said how many people?
I'm glad you said that. This is
spent 45
sis. Hold on, man. Hold on a second. Hold on, real quick. We asked the sisters to be present, but y'all can't. We not engaged. This is about black men. Please don't engage black men. So, because we don't want somebody to say something and then somebody we'll just y'all can be present, but this is about black men. This is a conversation I want to have with you, brother. So the truth of the matter is, it's gonna blow your fucking mind. We're in this session about misinformation and disinformation. You right now, it's not disinformation because you don't mean ill intent, but it's misinformation because you are wrong. 45 black men. No, I'm sorry. 45 fucking men went to jail for a week, period, when she was DA. That's it, dog. That's it. 45 total.
45 men.
That's it, total for a week. That's it.
You think they would have kept her in the seat, bro?
Bro, it's an elected seat. Yes, they kept her in the seat.
Why?
It happened. This is
Why?
real life. Hold on, bro. This is real life. This is real life. Not what you feel. We don't need to do hypotheticals when there's a real history. What you're spitting right now is one of the leading narratives about this sister that is not true.
Is she black?
You just called her a red dot Indian. I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'm gonna roll with it for a second. You don't have mixed people in your family?
Me?
Yeah. Of course. They still black.
Why?
Those are your cousins. Everybody in here got a mixed fucking family member that's still black. It is weird for black people, black men, to be talking about the race of this sister and not the policies that's gonna benefit us.
So
Come on, let's be serious. You got mixed cousins, you just told me.
So we're gonna do no cap.
We doing no cap.
So check it, right? Check this. So when you ask a black man, what is his nationality? What would you say?
American.
Black.
Huh?
I'm American.
There's no such thing as black.
Hold on,
There's no such thing.
Hold on. Come on, bro.
Let me take my drift now.
Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead.
So we're dealing with the Constitution. When you go back to the Dred Scott case,
Okay.
it says African Americans cannot be citizens to the what? The United States. Check it, nationality. We allow the white man to change our nationality over and over again. Indian, Cherokee, black, this, Ethiopian. So now we're being changed over time, over and over and over. The Emancipation, Abraham Lincoln freed the slave. We're still in servitude. You go to prison, you work 45 cents. That's slavery.
Yeah.
So
you sound like you're saying some deep shit, but you ain't said nothing.
So the problem is we still haven't declared independency. We can declare independency just like every nation around the world. We're still waiting on somebody to tell us what we need to do.
So guys, and this is, we don't want to take up too much of Nina's session. We don't take up too much of Nina's session, but I definitely want to address the fact that, first of all, guys,
Y'all saying the same
no, we're not. No, don't say the same thing as him because I'm not. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Your nationality is American. Because race is not nationality, it's ethnicity. Let's get some facts straight. Hold on. Because it's important that we say what we know.
Who established that though?
Ethnicity and nationality. No.
Who established?
We gotta have a base.
Who
Hold
established
on.
these systems?
Dog, stop. We're not doing that.
The
Listen.
white man's system.
Bro, ethnicity and nationality says two different things. Ethnicity say what is your origin, your DNA wise. Nationality says what country you were born in. Period. That's not an argument. We don't need to argue that.
What's your race?
My race is black, bro.
In what country around the world is named black?
It's not a country. It's not a country. It's ethnicity.
A people.
No, a people. Listen.
Gambian, Nigerian.
That's nationality, dog. This is not deep, dog. This is easy. Okay, we gotta move on. So let's get back to it. So we gotta get back to it. Nationality and ethnicity are different things. Here's what I'm saying. We all have. My man said, "Nigga." I'm with you on that one. Still a nigga. That's me.
Wait,
Still a
I
nigga.
mean, Mondale,
Go ahead.
what just happened is what's happening online.
It's happening online.
And that's the reason why I asked that question. Because I had this conversation with somebody who is very close to me, who I love very much. And I was like, what do you mean? You know our great grandmother is mixed. Was she not black? I'm sorry?
Hold on.
I'm not getting into all that.
Yeah, and also her great grandmother wouldn't have been a slave, dog. He's 5 generations removed from slavery. She's my age.
That mixed DNA comes when amalgamated with different.
Come on, dog. Some people just marry white people, dog. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, bro.
Who do y'all think is affected more by politics? Is it rich people or poor people?
Poor people.
All right, so if poor people are affected more by politics than rich people, then it's safe to say that Elon Musk really don't care who's selected as president, right?
That's a fact.
Right? Okay. So then that means
Except for he needs money, he needs contracts. And Donald Trump's
And
offering that.
he became basically a billionaire through his government contract.
Right. So yes, he does care.
and, yeah, in a sense, right? But it doesn't affect them as much as poor people, right? It's safe to say that?
I'm saying it will not kill him. Politics kill poor people.
Kill poor people, right? So if we're saying that politics kill poor people, then it seems like our problem is economic
Some of
and
them also
financial literacy
That's some of
versus
That's a fact.
voting and anything like that, right? Because we see the civil rights movement and the Black Wall Street, and it seemed like they were more focused on killing Black Wall Street faster than they were focused on killing the civil rights movement.
So the voting didn't happen because of the civil rights movement. Voting happened because of the 15th Amendment, which 1870.
I'm not.
So listen to what I'm saying. I hear you.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm not
listen.
disputing that.
Listen, they definitely don't want black wealth. We know that.
Okay.
But don't act like the vote is not a part of black wealth. Because of restrictive laws and what can happen, they were able to kill. They were able to kill Black Wall Street. They were able to do it in Wilmington, North Carolina. They were able to do it in Rosewood. They were able to do it in Arkansas. All of that can happen because of policies. Redlining was a federal policy that said you cannot give a loan to a neighborhood that is majority black. A home loan could not be afforded there. The GI Bill could not be used by black veterans. Those are policies. The vote changes those policies. The vote of 1965 allowed us to be protected. So voting actually leads to economics individually, period.
And then Mondale, if I could add, a lot of times those laws still apply to the economic side of what happens in this country. In such a way that it's very much intertwined. And without getting too philosophical, it's very interesting because democracy is actually the antithesis. It kind of pushes up against capitalism a little bit, but we're stuck in the structure, so I'm not going to go down that hole. So I'm just going to say this. Yes.
I actually feel like you don't need to go down that whole phase.
But the conference got a short period of time, and we still got to do a face-off.
And I understand. I think we're playing a game where we're not really understanding the rules, right? So if we're dealing with capitalism, we have to understand that we're dealing with free enterprise and that we have to focus on being entrepreneurs so we can make those type of changes.
Exactly. So here's your problem. Here's the problem with what you just said. Being an entrepreneur and the idea of free enterprise in America is bullshit. She just told you the richest man in the world, Elon Musk, is not rich because he's an entrepreneur. He's rich because of the government taxpayer programs. Elon Musk has created nothing. He didn't create Tesla. He forced out the motherfucking engineers that created Tesla. He didn't create the space program. Elon Musk came over here from South Africa with his dad's diamonds and emeralds that he exploited from South Africans, black South Africans, came here and used that whiteness and the motherfucking diamonds in his pockets, literally. The nigga walking down the street in New York with diamonds in his pockets. He used that money, those resources, and his whiteness to leverage government-created technology to become wealthy. So it don't matter if you're an entrepreneur, when the government is looking out creating billionaires off of your tax dollars, you need to have a say in that. The vote is the say in that. The vote says no fucking way you can give Elon these programs without taking care of black people. So saying that you can be entrepreneur, black people have always been entrepreneur. Our spirit is to go get it. Get it out the mud is what John said. We are muddy for that reason. We grimy as shit for that reason. It is not enough to get us equal or equity because policies cripple us. That's why we need DEI. That's why we need Black History Talk. That's why we need to understand what happened and how it was sanctioned. We had a black government in Wilmington, North Carolina in the 1800s. We had black dentists and doctors, rich as fuck. And white people said, we don't like it. Ran the politicians out, killed the doctors and the nurses that decided to stay, killed the dentists and took their buildings and their practice. They were entrepreneurs as fuck, but policy allowed it because you couldn't, white people had no, black people had no rights that white people were obligated to fucking follow or acknowledge. That's why we have the vote. What? Who's this? The majority. That's why we vote. How white people are not the majority they're not the most in power as they used to be. Meaning demographics are changing in this country. There are more black and brown people in this country than there's ever been. The baby boomer generation, which is the largest generation before millennials and Zers, was almost 80% white. Your generation and Zers, or millennials, I don't know what generation you're in, one of them, right, are 42% something other than white. So America is not what it used to be.
By 2045, we will be a majority minority country. We will be the majority. And do you want them in control when we're the majority of the people? You see what's happening. I mean, if you think about it, if you think about the abortion bans, regardless of what you believe, it impacts black maternal health. It impacts black women who have babies, okay? There are, I think, like 2/3 of the black women in this country live in the South.
Yep.
And are impacted by those abortion bans.
Yeah.
There are reasons why they legislate towards us. Is reason why they try to undermine the vote around us. There's certain centers of power. There's economic power, there's social power and cultural power, and then there's political power.
And honestly, the definition of politics should be one thing. Who's gonna get what? That's what fucking politics is. Who's gonna get what? Your vote, every time you don't vote, somebody's deciding what you're gonna get. Every time you do vote, you get a fucking say in who's gonna get what. Thank you.
No problem. And here's the other thing, right? Because I don't wanna leave y'all without getting tips on how to verify information.
Go ahead, sis.
Because we want y'all to be your own researchers. We want y'all to have the ability to go look at things, right? It's for reading, so you're not gonna be able to see nothing beyond nothing. You know, just to make sure that you have resources at hand that you can, and places you can go if you have questions, because there are a lot of debates about her ethnicity. That's what it is, unfortunately. That it's her ethnicity, not her nationality. So there are debates about that, used to distract us, right? There are debates about whether she locked up a certain amount of black men for marijuana. There are questions about, there are places you can go to get the facts. The state of California has to report those facts. So you can go to the state of California website. Even Wikipedia, I know people look down on Wikipedia, but Wikipedia does not publish, I've tried to publish things on Wikipedia, so I'm saying this from experience. They will not let you self-publish anything. Okay? Everything is cited in those Wikipedias. You see those little numbers and brackets? If you click on it, it'll take you to the source. Okay, so go to Fact Check the BS. That can be a nice landing space for you to check on the information you're seeing online. But there's a reason why they keep pushing that idea that she's not black. I'm sorry. Whether you believe it or not, there's a reason why they're pushing that. There's a reason why they're pushing the fact that they're trying to say that she was over prosecuting black men in San Francisco. There's a reason why. They don't want you to vote.
Facts. Facts.
If you're seeing this come up over and over again on your social feed,
You're the target. You're the target, dog.
you're watching YouTube. I'm an avid, I love YouTube. The ads I get fed sometimes, when I'm in Georgia, I get Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk.
Like conservatives saying nasty stuff about us. It's out there. So, what do? When we see something that's kind of like, yo, this is crazy. People are going in on the comments, and I need to find some facts about it. Where do we go? FactCheckTheBS.com.
FactCheckTheBullshit.com, dog.
Because generally, I'm telling y'all, if it's popping off in the comments, it's the bots pushing it. Ain't no way somebody makes a comment and 3 minutes later, the same person's making the same comment or liking it. It's fast moving. I was sitting up here on stage because there's a viral video going around on TikTok about intimidation at the polls that we have to try and get pulled down because it's not true. It's from 2021. It's gone viral. It was posted like yesterday. So we have to become our own centers of truth, our own Onyx impacts, if you will, right? Just do a little research. I find it fun, to be honest. I'll be like looking at these articles from back in 2017 that says something completely different than what this person is saying in the comment section. I'm telling y'all, I know the media is a little iffy right now, but they still have to verify their sources and they have to show their work. They can't just say something without something backing it up.
And when they do, they get sued for $750 million, like Fox
News did.
$750 million lawsuit they lost for saying shit that wasn't true. We have to be extremely careful. We have to guard ourselves more than any other people. White people, our brown brothers and sisters, because everybody within a generation has access to whiteness except for black people. We've never been welcomed into whiteness, and this world is designed that way. We should prepare ourselves by ensuring that this bullshit information that is being targeted towards us does not become our ideology.
That's right.
The fact that we are arguing, or we would argue, on shit that distracts us from what's important is dangerous, but it's also the mission and the power and effectiveness of mis and disinformation.
Absolutely. And I don't want to discourage conversation. The point of Onyx Impact's existence is to try and help y'all clean up the space so we can actually talk about these things and be real about it, right? So we can start talking about economic power, how we marry that with voting power and how we move that to culture. Listen, and here's the thing. Some of the more conservative, the Republicans, they've been very smart. They hit culture first. Yep. And they use culture to reinforce their political power. Yep. And they use their political power to reinforce their economic power. And so it goes. So we just have to figure out what our ecosystem is, how we move things, right? We got the cultural power. Everybody wants to be black until it's real to be black, right? They like our hair, our style, our music. But what if we start leveraging our political power in the way that just knocks them out?
Right.
That would be something, right? Okay. So with that,
Thank you, Nina.
Thank you.